Hey, hey, hey! What's that?
I just can't believe that you're starting a live broadcast
With right then.
with Krusty the Clown saying, not our saying.
Ah!
Right then.
Yes. Hi, everyone.
Welcome to our special. We've put this on specially for all our American friends. Our special Thanksgiving live.
Yes.
There'll be lots of quizzes and prizes to win, and we're having drinking games.
Are we?
No, we're not doing any of that, sorry. But I just wanted to see the look on Carole's face when I threw all that out there.
But as Paul says, happy Thanksgiving to all our American followers, which we do have a few, which is brilliant. So if you're tucking into turkey or doing what you do, let us know. Because we've never experienced Thanksgiving or been in the States for Thanksgiving. No. So maybe one day. So thanks for all who are here already. So let's have a look. Now, Sean, bless him, was here, only 25 minutes to go. So thanks, Sean. He's always very, very helpful and asking people to put question before you type anything. If you do have anything particular you want to ask us, so please consider that. That's very, very helpful. The comments go so fast that it's hard for us to keep on top of it. However, if you do that, that's really helpful. So thanks, Sean. And then Ken's here, so that's brilliant. He's not doing Panto or his carnival.
Oh, no, he's not.
So it's great to have Ken in the house as well. So, and Tony, happy Thanksgiving. So that's lovely to see you here. And Sodic, we're retired's made it. If a bit early, we don't mind that. And it's lovely to see you here. As is Nicely Cruise with Gary. And our regulars, Tina is here, so that's lovely. And Frank and Jen in New Mexico. So, lots. Paul and Christine and Christopher. So thanks, guys, for joining us. It's lovely to have you all here. So, like I say, if you've got any questions, then let us know. And Paul's got something to say here. So we'll have to stop on the Fingal at Leith on Saturday. Would you both ever fancy stopping there? Looks amazing. Please question for what's the chance of winning the World Cup. But let me start the first one because I'll leave the football. I'm already fed up with the World Cup. He's had back-to-back games every day.
That's not true at all because there's at least an hour between each game, so that's not true, is that?
Yes. Anyway, yes, it does look great. We watched Kirsty and Andy did a video on, didn't they? And I went and revisited that because we talked about on that a few episodes ago of our lives, and yeah, it looks fab. So have a fab time there. We haven't been back to Edinburgh for quite a few years. We went there. It is a great city. Be very cold this time of year, so make sure you wrap up warm. Remember, we went and it was so bitterly cold. We had to go and buy all bobble hats and everything because we weren't that prepared, were we?
No.
But anyway, World Cup. I'll let Paul have his thoughts.
Slim.
Off to a good start.
I think obviously don't want to speak too soon. I think we'll get to quarter final, maybe semi-final. Depends who we get. I mean, nobody apart from Spain has really shone, and us obviously because we scored 6, Spain scored 7. But no, it's all fairly.
Surprised with Germany.
Yeah, well, I think Germany's been on the decline for a few years, to be honest. So no, it didn't come as any surprise to me. But yes, we will see.
So back to more interesting things. Cruise and travel. Paul loves this football, don't you? Yvonne's here. So nice to see you here. And Beverly. And Dan's just joined. So Dan the Cruiser, he's our travel agent. Nice to see you here too, Dan.
Good evening, Dan.
We've got Andrew and Dot and Sue. So thank you all for joining. That's lovely. And David saying happy Thanksgiving, guys. Yes, we've just if you missed that, we just say to everyone in the US, hope you're having a fabulous Thanksgiving.
It's nice speaking to Dan without him asking for any money off me, to be honest. So
we chat nearly every day, don't we? Oh dear. Anyway, Darren's asking how was the flight? Yeah, we flew with Virgin Atlantic. Virgin are really good. We've
the trouble is with Virgin, they don't let you rest because they keep waking you up to feed you and give you more drink, which is great. And but yeah, the flight was good. The food wasn't bad. Yeah, the food wasn't bad at all. My minor complaint was that they had a fantastic list of entertainment on the TVs, but the TVs now, they're all touchscreen, and the person the two people sat in front of us probably had whiplash because you had to keep going so many times on the telly before it would actually work. And to get the volume to the right thing was like the film was nearly over by the time you got the volume, because it was just a bit worn out. But staff were great.
Yeah.
Little tiny bit noisy because I think it was a slightly older plane, but in the grand scheme of things, you know, traveling in economy.
Yeah, it was good. And we had a plane that had twos, so there was 2, 4, 2. So that was really nice. So we didn't have to share with anyone else. And we just can get out and go to the toilet and go and have a walk around and stuff. But I thought it was very good.
Yeah, it was right, yeah.
From checking right through, cases arrived. So that's always a good thing, isn't it? We had our air tags, so and that's always helpful to know when you get there. We don't tend to look at them before we leave because you think, well, if they're not on the plane, there's no point worrying that they're not there. But when you get there, you say, right, they're definitely here.
The first flight we did, we were sat on the runway.
Yeah.
One case was still showing in the airport. One was underneath us.
Yeah.
And it just
makes us all the way there.
It work. So Carole said to me, subsequent flights, have you checked the air tags? No, I haven't.
Yeah.
I'll check them when we get to.
Yeah. Because there's not a lot you can do.
Talking about checking them. So we like to give you little tips. Carole, I'm not casting any aspersions, but Carole assured me that she checked on our Sky mobile phone app type thing.
Oh, yes.
And she assured me that Antigua and Barbuda was definitely on Sky's list of where you just have to pay £2 a day.
Yes.
And you get everything you get at home, unlimited calls, unlimited texts, and whatever data plan you've got. So when we landed, I switched my phone on to check if the bags were actually underneath us. So my phone came on, and then I heard a beepy beep, which was my text messages. So I read my text messages. Welcome to Antigua and Barbuda. Course costs this, text costs that, and data cost £9 million for half a second. So I quickly turned around to Carole and said, shut your data off now.
Yeah.
The whole process of this couldn't have took more than 60 seconds. And that cost us £22.
Yeah. Stupid me, really. I thought I'd read it.
Yes, stupid.
But I hadn't read that. I'd been reading about Australia.
Well, it began with an A.
It did begin with an A.
So
and end with an A.
So Afghanistan we can go to, Albania.
But anyway, so there's a lesson learned.
Yeah. Check your data. Don't get Carole to check it for you.
No, exactly. So, but overall, Virgin was excellent. We've looked at. We're off to Las Vegas next year to celebrate my sister's 60th, and we looked at Virgin flights. They're so expensive compared to BA, so we've actually picked BA. But I wish we could afford a Virgin all the time because I would happily fly with them because it was just very comfortable and very slick. So we got everyone, lots of people joining. So thank you so much. We got Patrick and Francis have arrived. Corinne is off to rehearse a panto in half an hour, though.
He's behind you.
John Watts is around. So it's nice to see you here, as is Susan. And Paul's back as well. So that's brilliant. And Mike say, miss you guys, look and see you that often, but I just want to wish you happy Thanksgiving from Flemington, New Jersey. So yes, happy Thanksgiving.
New Jersey.
Is that your New Jersey accent?
I don't know.
Let us know, Mike, if that's any good.
Yeah, sorry, Mike. Mike's just switched off. Sorry, Mike.
Ken's got a valid question here. Have you seen Emma's experience on Azamara? Does it concern you with your forthcoming cruise? There's lots of positives from Emma's feedback, and we met up with Emma on the weekend actually with the cruise boys in Brighton, and we had such a fab time. And yes, it does look like the bathrooms, the showers are tiny. We've actually booked a veranda plus balcony cabin for our trip. I understand that the bathrooms are all much the same. So yeah, that could be a concern. However, she loved her Azamara experience otherwise, didn't she? So the food, particularly for vegetarians, was absolutely amazing. And everything else it should be as we would expect it.
But obviously, Ken, do bear in mind we've got 2.5 weeks to get into shape, so I don't really see an issue, to be honest. As long as I can drop 5 stone by then, I think it'd be okay. Yeah. If not, I'll just have the curtain open and it'd be like a
flood,
a wet cabin. Not a wet room, a wet cabin. The whole cabin.
Yeah, so we will see. The cabin looks fab. It's just that shower area does look tiny, doesn't it? So we will see. We will do no date report back. In fact, talking about cabins, you'll see on our YouTube channel that there's a lot of Cunard cabins popping up because I totally forgot because I've been concentrating on trying to get the vlogs out, etc. We've got so many cabin reviews so you'll see some random ones popping up. And there's one coming out Friday actually, which is another one that we would tell you definitely do not book. Our patrons and YouTube members got that today, so we would just want to give you the heads up that there's another cabin
it's the worst cabin ever.
Possibly. Well, it is, yeah.
It is, yeah. It's the worst cabin we've ever experienced.
And the Celebrity Beyond, that infinite.
No, but the thing is with the Celebrity Beyond was the cabin was absolutely fantastic.
Yes, it was. It was just the concept.
But they're saying it's an infinite balcony when it's got no balcony. All it's got is a noisy window that goes up and down as long as they haven't turned it off because they're cleaning or whatever. It was if that cabin we were in had a balcony, it'd been brilliant. This cabin we're talking about tomorrow is just pretty much everything about it is horrible.
Yeah.
So check it out. It's only 5 minutes of your time.
Yes.
Check it out. Let us know what you think.
Yes. Travel with Johnny Will's in the house as well. And Lean, hi from Melbourne. Oh, we're in Melbourne the beginning of January, right at the end of our cruise. We've got 5 days in Melbourne, so we're looking forward to that. We
are indeed.
I love all of your videos. Well, thank you so much for watching. Yes, I agree with Virtual Garden. Enough football already.
Let me stop you there. I just had a score alert.
No, don't be that's rude.
I haven't really, mate.
Oh. Back to sunny England. Oh my God, Andy and Rach, isn't it? The weather's here at the moment. November's always a miserable month in England, isn't it? It's dreary. It's normally very wet. And we're getting rain like I've never seen rain like it. In fact, we had a fun day yesterday. We got a little sort of bar party here in the garden, and we had a little bit of a leak in the roof. So Paul was up in the gutter and getting all the leaves out.
The gutter was full of leaves.
Yes.
And things that grow on the tree that's out of control, which we need to trim up.
Yes.
But yeah, it was.
So it was a fun day, wasn't it?
Delightful. Absolutely delightful. Anyway. Hey, and because this is the sort of loving husband I am, where the ladder I had wasn't long enough to see the gutter, so because in all fairness, I thought this was genius. So I said to Carole, right, I'm going to get my phone, put my headpiece in, and then I'm going to go up on the ladder, and I'm just like, you sort of like trying to hook a duck sort of thing, where I can't see what I'm doing. Carole's in the house, in the dry in the conservatory.
You told me to stand on a chair in the conservatory.
Standing on a chair so she can see straight down the gutter. And then it was a bit like for the older people on it was a bit like the golden shot, left a bit, right a bit, up a bit, down a bit. That's it. And then I'm trying to drag the leaves out completely blind. So it was very, very. But you strapped,
didn't you? Two together. Yeah, and gorilla tape it and everything.
Because my broom wasn't long enough, I had 2 brooms tied together with gorilla tape. It was honestly.
So as you can imagine, he wasn't ranting very much. No. I should have videoed it. Actually.
It was like something.
That would have made a good Instagram
short.
Yeah. Well, I know YouTube.
Well, it wasn't a short. I was out there for about 2 bloody hours.
Language, Timothy. Kate and Dave. Hi there. Look at those tans. We've got a little bit of one, haven't we? But we're not sun. We love the heat and the sun, but we're not good at lying in the sun anymore, are we?
What's the weather like in Devon, Shane?
Shane's from Devon. Yeah. Is it wet and windy there? So I'm sure it is because it's wet and windy everywhere. Tina's saying we're on the 10th for an overnight stay on the. Oh, they're doing a one-nighter, are they? Do you know, we're very interested in the ambassadorships. It's just that go out of Tilbury. And that for us is a real ball ache, isn't it, to get there? Can I say that? Can I say that?
Yeah, of course you can.
Because it's the other side of London and we're obviously the west of the country.
It's a pitter. It's a pain in the...
Yes, but be interested to see what you think then, Tina, because I see Cruise Miss is just about to go on a
she put
press trip.
On Facebook this morning.
So I always like to follow Cruise Miss. If you don't, she does some fantastic cruises. But yes, we would like to try it. It looks interesting. I think it's one of those you need to try for yourselves because there's been such mixed reviews, hasn't there? So Sheila's here. So hi there, Sheila. And Renato, so lovely, good to see you live. Do you know we really enjoy going live? It's so difficult when you're away because you have to rely on the Wi-Fi, etc. And Andy's saying it's good to have us back. Isn't that nice? So Darren is asking, how did you deal with the jet lag on the way back?
Let me tell you how we dealt with that. We got home. Well, we got off the plane. We collected our car and we drove straight to Brighton for the weekend. Well, that's how we dealt with it. And then when we got back to Gloucester on Sunday afternoon, we slept for about 19 hours.
We did. We did have we did sleep well in Brighton, but
Yeah.
it is hard, and you try to stay awake, don't you? So you try to get back in it, but it wasn't too bad, I didn't think.
Not at all.
We tend to struggle whenever we've flown, when we haven't done it for a long time, when we used to fly to Thailand and go in that way, isn't it? Going east. That you seem to get after day 2. All of a sudden you're just sat talking and you fall asleep.
I just slip into a coma. It's like somebody's hit me on the back of the head with a shovel. It's just like there's no sign. It's not like, oh, I feel a bit tired. It's just like I'm chatting away. Also, like
yeah. It is. It's very bizarre. We were sat at the bar with me, you, and my sister, at the beach, and also Paul had his head on the table. And I went, mate, what are you doing? It's embarrassing. He said, I can't stay awake. I'm going to sleep. So anyway,
and I still had beer in my glass.
I know, and he didn't drink it.
I did when I woke up. I'm sure I did.
So anyway, she was talking to Virtual Garden. Morris is here. Hi, Morris. Like the tan. Thank you very much. We had such a lovely week. It was. We thought flying to Antigua, which is an 8-hour flight, is it going to be too much for a week? And it wasn't, was it? It was just. It went far too quick. Yes, and if we could have had the time to go for 2 weeks, we would have. But we didn't have the time, did we? But we just wanted a week, and it was fab. I'm just putting together actually, hopefully out this Sunday, we're hoping just a review of the whole resort, because it was great, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was a fabulous resort. It was a really good choice. So Gord is asking what our next adventure is. Well, 2 weeks today, we will be back in Heathrow, ready to jump on a Singapore flight to Singapore to join Azamara.
But that's not our next adventure, because she's fibbing. Our next adventure is we're going to a Warner's Hotel at Home Lacey in Herefordshire.
Yes.
With my dad and my brother and my sister and my sister's husband, and we're doing a 3-night break.
Yes.
There's a Rat Pack tribute, there's a comedian, and there's lots of live music, and it's to try and sort of wean my dad off cruising. Because it's getting quite hard work now with the travelling, because he's 87, be 88 in January.
Yeah, and he's struggles,
so something which is right on the doorstep for us. So hopefully it'll fit the bill really well. And to be fair, I'm looking forward to it, see what they got to offer. And it's cracking value as well, to be fair.
Yeah. John, Paul's dad, loves entertainment, loves food, and it seems that Warner don't do both of those very well. So we're hoping that it ticks the boxes for him, and I think it'll be less stressful for everyone concerned then. Well, that's interesting. Linda said you had better flight. That flew back from Morella Explorer 2 cruise on Sunday. Dreamliner, no entertainment, no reading light. Oh no. Oh wow, that's bad, isn't it?
I've
never done a Dreamliner.
That sounds like we have done a Dreamliner there.
Have we?
Yeah, because the first time I went on a Dreamliner, I thought, well, whoever designed this wants like a kick up the hoop, because the seats the seats are 3 because I mean, to be fair, the majority of people when they travel in 3s, don't they? Can you not remember that?
Dreamliner?
We went. Nat now was with us because we had 3 because on the way over, this is like when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. So on the way over, Carole sat with my niece and my nephew. And then my niece said to me, on the way back, I'll sit with the strangers and then you can sit next to Carole. So on the way over, I had 2 people sat next to me who, this is coming from me, who never stopped talking for 12 hours. Literally never stopped talking. Yeah. Everybody on the plane was asleep apart from me and these 2 people who are like, for 12 hours. And then on the way back, Nat said, don't you worry about it. I'll sit in that seat there. She sat there. There was nobody in the middle, nobody next to her. So basically, she had a single bed.
Yes.
And I thought, like, how did that work out then?
That's crap, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
No entertainment.
Hey, language.
Sorry. No entertainment, no reading. Well, even a reading light.
But we had I'm sure there was TVs, but no,
was that just fault of that plane, or is that your normal experience on a Dreamliner? Because I can remember he wouldn't last. He's watched film after it. We just watched Top Gun together. Actually, we were trying to synchronize the tellies. That was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the new one. We thoroughly enjoyed. Not the best to see it on a screen that's this big.
No,
but yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, Tom Cruise is small enough anyway to see him on it.
Paul's first time joining us live. So love your vlogs. Oh, thank you. Thought we'd give it a go. Well, hopefully you're enjoying it. We just sort of chat about anything. So if you've got any questions for us about cruising or anything else, then do give us a shout. We're going on QM2 in April. When are you on it? We are next on Queen Mary 2 in August for your birthday.
For my 45th birthday. Yes, we've got a time machine. Weirdly, it's quite a sort of a big sort of, not a big holiday, because we're going to New York for a week before, and we're meeting a lady who Carole used to work with 30 odd years ago. So that'll be nice.
Exciting.
And then we're doing the transatlantic back, which is not the way to do it apparently, because you lose an hour every day because you're coming back. But I will be on there for my 59th birthday.
Yes.
So that'd be nice.
Hopefully we're going to be able to do a live from New York before we get on, aren't we? So because we'll be in a hotel. We got no chance doing a live on Cunard because Cunard's Wi-Fi is notoriously
we couldn't do a
bad.
live on Cunard if everybody on here tonight was sat in the same room with us.
Sheilah's asking, what are you both drinking tonight? Well, I've got coffee, which is no cold, but I quite like cold coffee in my hair cup. These cups, what are they called?
Don't drop it, because
Little Weaver's Arts from Tintern. Can you see my little hair?
Carole bought these cups, and she kept going on about, we should have a joint account for holidays and all that. And I said, yeah, no problem at all. And for ages, I never had the app on my phone, but eventually I put it on my phone. And then Carole realised that she shouldn't have nagged me to put the app on my phone, because as soon as you make a purchase,
he knows what
it comes straight up on my phone. So she came out, we went in, we had a cup of tea, we had a lovely bit of cake, as I recall, went with our friends Dick and Sal. Yes. And then we came out and Carole said, look, I bought some cups. I said, yes, I know. And they cost £26 for 2 cups.
I know, but they're lovely. They're China, proper China.
And I'm pleased to say...
Something special about drinking a proper cup.
I'm pleased to say, not that I'm pleased that it happened, but one of the cups got broken. I'm pleased to say that it was Numpty here.
Yeah, it was. Who
broke it. Now, these cups were that expensive. I was seriously thinking about claiming on our house insurance.
Anyway.
£26.
Paul's on the Diet Coke.
And I'm on Diet Coke.
Yes, so nothing breaks them.
I'm going to have a beer tomorrow for the... I said to Carole, well, I'll have a beer when I watch the Wales game tomorrow, just build up for the England game. He said, what time is it on? I said, 10 o'clock in the morning. So it could be quite interesting day.
No. What time's England on?
7.
7. That's far more civilised.
Yeah, but I think if I start drinking at 10, there'll be a couple of games in between.
Maybe.
Jobs are good then.
Catherine's saying hi from Texas, and Holly's here. Hi, Holly. Take Virgin across the pond over. Yeah, they're good. Definitely, they're very, very good. So lovely to see Holly. That's Holly and Bob from Innocents Abroad. So And is asking, do you know if your car park?
Yes, you can.
You can.
You can. We've had this conversation because I know Emma Cruises did it, and I think Cruise with Amber did it. Now, at the end of the day, well, it's just me. I'm old school and what have you, but it concerns me to park a car in a multi-story car park for a long period of time. When we go, the daft thing is, if we were staying in Southampton just for one night, I would always park in that multi-story. But I don't like the idea, and there's no science behind it or proof or whatever you want to say, but I don't like the idea of leaving a car in a multi-story car park for a week or 2 weeks or 10 days or whatever. It doesn't sit comfortably with me.
Yeah.
But it's certainly very good value for money in like CPS, which we always part with, is very, very expensive. But you're safe in the knowledge that they park your car is going to be there when you get back. But somebody stole £2 out my car last time.
Wow.
So I'm going to have some sort of security system set up. You know, I'm going to have to do like where I'm going to put some stuff on the
we haven't
toys.
said anything about it before because we Paul thinks he kept his £2. Well, I know, but we've got no proof. So next time we're going to put £2 in the pot, in the thing, take a photo, and then see if it's still there. Because that's a bit naughty,
I'm going to put
it?
that stuff, you know, where you put some invisible stuff on there, and then whoever takes it is on their finger. So if a bloke says there's your car, mate, and he's got a great big purple handmark on his face, hey, we need to have a chat, mate.
Exactly. Mike's asking, even though Green Maid 2 was expensive, I guess that's predictive text, meaning Queen Mary 2. What was your favourite thing about the Queen Mary 2? My favourite thing about the Queen Mary 2 is all the outside space. And I love, they've got an observation deck and they've got also a lookout on the top, haven't they? So you've got fabulous views and lots of space for sail-ins and sail-outs. So, and I love the tiered aft on Queen Mary 2. It's probably one of the biggest and best out there. What would you say?
My favourite thing, I can't believe Carole has to ask me this. My favourite thing on the Queen Mary 2 was the Corinthia Lounge. Because in the Corinthia Lounge, they do, it's just almost like an oxymoron, really, because they do a light, healthy breakfast between sort of 8 and 10, that sort of time. Don't quote me on it, but it's at that sort of time. But alongside the light and healthy breakfast, you know, like a bit of avo on toast or a poached egg or all this sort of real healthy stuff, they then got the most spectacular section of cakes, of donuts and pastries and stuff like that. And then at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the shutters go up again and it's just all cake. It's Cake City. If there was nothing else on the ship, I'd still go on it. That's how much I love the Corinthia Lounge.
Yeah.
See what a Philistine I am?
But the ship's beautiful.
But yeah, it's lovely.
Make sure you carry your map with you because it's a very higgledy-piggledy ship. It's not straightforward to find.
It's not as easy to navigate as the Victoria or the Elizabeth.
It's not at all.
But we will be very soon putting a post together about all three.
We're hoping to do a comparison of all three. We've started writing some notes about that.
So we can't answer any more questions. We'll be giving the game away then.
We can, of course we can. So let's see. Yeah, Catherine's here. Hi, Catherine, from a very wet and stormy South Wales. Yes. And Sarah with Gail and Mike's here too. And Lena's asking, are you coming to Australia? Yes, we are. For those that don't know, we're 2 weeks today. We fly. We're doing a back-to-back right from Singapore right through to Melbourne. And spending New Year in Sydney. We're trying to suss out, and we might do with one of our lives, of how we can do lives on our phone. I'm sure it's easy, but I don't think we'll be able to have this sort of dynamics in the conversation. But we'd love to be live for Sydney on YouTube to show you all the fireworks if we have a good view, because we should be on the top of the ship looking down to the bridge. So that's our plan.
I thought about maybe duct taping the computer to my head, and then that'll video it, and then I could swap down now and again, and Carole could just type any messages.
I'm sure we will. We'll see. Yes, we're very excited for that because that's our first time in that part of the world.
I mean, we'll probably have a quiet night in New Year's Eve, won't we? Because there'll be nothing to say.
With 3 days in Sydney as well. The reason we booked Azamara, we could have done it a lot cheaper. Flights are crazy price at the moment. We could have done it with other cruise lines, but we chose Azamara because of their overnight and just their itinerary. Just was exactly what we wanted to do. We thought, well, it was the biggest, the first bucket list trip we want to do with my retirement money. So hopefully it'll be fabulous. Carole's here. Hi, Carole. Lovely to see you as always. And Charlie Dolby eventually as well. So hi, I'm from England. So welcome too. And Palmers are here from New Zealand, and it's the future. Yes. So it's Friday there already. Ooh. It's going to be so difficult to try and do lives and stuff from Australia.
Do you know what the final score is with the Brazil game? Then I could put a bet on.
It'd be the same.
Well, no, it's Friday there.
Frank and Jen are asking, what is the ambassadorship?
Even though it gets frowned upon to say this, there was a company called CMV which went down the pooper a couple of years ago.
The pooper?
Yeah, the pooper. Oh. And out of the ashes of CMV came Ambassador Cruise Line. Now, I know that if you look at stuff and people say, oh, it's nothing to do with it, but there's lots of people that was involved in CMV that were involved with Ambassador.
It seems that way.
So it seems like there's a more than tenuous link. Obviously, we haven't done it yet.
No.
We know some people who are going to be going on it soon. So we've read feedback, and I don't want to cast aspersions on anybody, but until we get feedback off people that we personally know
or trust their opinions,
because obviously anybody who watches cruise blogs, whatever, there's a lot of people out there that they're not they won't let the truth get in the way of a good story. All they're interested in is viewing figures. So when we get some feedback off people we trust, I mean, if it was the right price, then we would do it. But when we initially looked at it,
it was quite expensive.
It was quite expensive. And because they were a fledgling company, there was some travel agents that wouldn't even book the cruises for you because there's something to do with some security type thing. And, you know, they're with ABTA and all that, they're worried about if it all goes pear-shaped, they'll have to give you your money back. So a lot of travel agents weren't even prepared to take the risk on it. But now, I can imagine it's all like...
not sure about that. Yeah. But so, basically, they're portraying themselves as a budget English cruise line.
Yeah.
But from what we've seen so far, they were more expensive than we thought. But there are a few people saying, no, actually, we haven't looked at the prices, to be fair, for a few months, have we? So, but let's say, so it'd be interesting to see. They're going from Tilbury and they're looking to go from Bristol, which if they go from Bristol, for us, that's like half an hour down the road. So that would be perfect.
But Tilbury's about 4 hours and it's a real...
Yeah, Tilbury for us is just a nightmare, isn't it, to get to?
I like my pitta, paying in the...
Pitta?
It's pitta.
Carole's asking...
I need to copyright that now, don't I? I've never heard that before. So
I'm sure someone else
if that starts getting... If you hear Grant Mitchell say on EastEnders next week, even though he probably hasn't been on there for 15 years.
When did you last watch EastEnders?
Last time I watched EastEnders, I think Dirty Den got shot and he fell in the canal. I don't know whether he's still in there or not.
Anyway, Carole's asking, where are you flying to in Australia and where's your stopover?
Well, we're not flying we're not flying into anywhere in Australia. We're flying into Singapore. And then we're cruising. This is why I love my lovely wife so much. The cruise initially was fly to Australia,
fly to Perth,
do a 14-day cruise, and fly home again. And then Carole's like Baldrick. Baldrick has a cunning plan. Carole, I've had an idea. Now, as soon as she says I've had an idea, I know it's going to be bad. It's ever such a long way to fly to Australia.
It is.
So what I thought was, if we flew to Singapore, there's a cruise going to Singapore, and it's the same ship as we're doing in Australia.
Yes.
So we won't have to fly all the way there. I mean, it's an 11-day cruise.
Smart, isn't it?
It's an 11-day cruise that's costing us 3 times as much as the flight, but it just means we're spending 10 hours less on a plane. So instead of taking 10 hours extra to get there, it's now taking 11 days extra to get there.
It is, actually. Yeah, so we're flying to Singapore, and we're doing, it's called the Bali and Western Australia voyage.
Can you guess where it's going?
So, and it's got quite a few sea days, which I thought would be really nice after flying to Singapore. It's got like 3 days at sea. Then we're in Bali overnight. And then we've got a couple more days at sea. And then we go to Geraldton. And then we end up in Perth, where then some passengers will get off. We stay on and we do the intensive Australian voyage, which go through all the southern parts of Australia and ends up in Melbourne. I'm really excited as well because I've got in contact with one of my nursing colleagues who I used to work with on the cardiac ward, Andy, who's been living in Australia for 15 years. And hopefully we're getting together, aren't we, in Adelaide. And a few of our viewers have asked to meet up in Melbourne. So we're trying to organise that as well. So, yeah, we're really excited, aren't we?
Yeah, I don't get excited about anything. I'm such a miserable old goat. But
goat. You tried goat, didn't you?
I did try goat. Oh my
Talking
God.
about being a miserable old goat. It wasn't very good. The food overall at the hotel was good. It wasn't brilliant, but it was good.
The food was good.
You're not a fan of goat.
But it was as tough as old babes.
Well, it was bony, wasn't it?
I'd still be there now chewing on it. But the curry flavour was nice, but just not the goat. Yeah.
So
I really got my goat.
It did. We just so hi then, UB Cruises. Thanks for joining. And Rude is saying welcome back. Welcome, come back. Nice tan. Hello there, Rudy. Thank you very much.
Is that Quiambao?
Quiambao. That's a nice name.
Yeah.
How did you guys enjoy the Caravan overall? Loved it. Absolutely loved the chilled back vibe. I think
this is Carole mixing her metaphors again. A chilled back vibe, not a laid back or a chilled out. A chill back vibe.
It was, though, wasn't it?
Copyright Carole Morgan Slater.
Yes.
So if Grant Mitchell says that next week on EastEnders,
I loved it. It was just, we had no agenda. We were there just for a week of chilling out. It had 3 beautiful beaches that we could walk to. It had 3 beautiful pools. We just slept and chilled and had some lovely drinks, and just, it was just me and you. It was quality time, just me and you, wasn't it? It was
and I have
brilliant.
to say, we haven't been. Well, when was the last time we went to the Caribbean? About 3 years ago, but on a cruise. Was it on a cruise a couple of years ago? Well, yeah, 3 years ago.
Cuba. And
no, it was 5 years ago. Cuba.
A long time
but
ago.
Some of the places we went to, it just seemed like all they were interested in was trying to sell you something.
Yeah.
But I must admit that with Antigua, when we were out and about, it was a very relaxed vibe,
no hassle experience.
You know, we went to a party night one night. We went to a party years ago in St. Lucia, and like,
We got
honestly, I thought we were going to get murdered.
Yeah.
But we went out on this party night in Antigua, and you'd have like the odd person come up to you trying to, do you want to buy some maracas? And it genuinely was maracas. That's not a euphemism. Like, and it's like, no, I don't, thank you. Okay, no problem. Have a nice night, and off they go.
There was no harassment, was there?
And our taxi driver, he said the same. He said, what you'll find is, like, we asked him about him if he would take us to a place. We were thinking about going to St.
John's for the day. Everything was about half an hour away, but we were only there for 7 days, and we already had 3 days planned, hadn't we? And I thought, I just want to chill out.
But he was like, well, do you really want to go there? And he sort of gave us all the pros and cons. Whereas a lot of places we would have gone to, it'd been, yeah, I'll take you there tomorrow, and I'll charge you this much money.
Yeah.
He was like, he had a chat to us and sort of, you know, you can do this, you can't do that, blah, 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 blah. And by the end of the conversation, and even though he'd done himself out of a fare, it was like, well, you know.
Yeah, it was nice.
That's one for next time.
Lovely people. Yeah. Really had a good time.
So, yes, it was great.
Yes. Trouble Johnny and Will have been looking at Black Friday deals. Yeah, Black Friday deals. It's a load of a lot of it's a load of baloney, isn't it?
Oh, I'll tell you what, we're so on the cusp of saying some words tonight, aren't we? It's a load of baloney.
Well, there are some deals to be had. We haven't really been looking, to be honest, because we've got so much booked. We are looking to do something potentially next October, November, because November in the Caribbean, talking to people as well that follow us about going to Florida in December, they said, look, November is a brilliant time. And I don't know if you caught our last live, but we thought about maybe spending some time in Florida in the winter next year, and maybe then getting some short cruises from Miami.
Because that's what old people do, apparently. They go to Florida.
Yeah.
So it suit us down to the ground.
I know. Yeah. So I'm already chatting with Dan the cruiser about a possible. He's already spotted a transatlantic on Apex, which could get us there, and then we can stay there. And my sister wants to come to the Caribbean too, so then she can fly and meet us. So there's all these cogs going on in my head. But going back to the Black Friday deals, we've not looked because for next April, because March we're back in the Caribbean, aren't we, with our back to back.
And I think, as my own nan would say, and if anybody understands this, it's a sprat to catch a mackerel, which basically means you don't really save a lot.
Well, it's a bit like a DFS sale, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, is there ever not a sale on a DFS? That's the day I want to go there.
Yeah. So yeah, we haven't, but it'd be interesting to see what comes out in January. I don't know. Is there January sales in the cruise industry?
Well, it's Black Friday and it's Cyber Monday, isn't it? But obviously Cyber Monday was already gone as well. But
so right then, newbie cruise. Do you prefer? We both agree that we want to do both. In fact, if you did a cruise and stay, that would be the perfect combination. Cruise first,
yes.
Resort after.
I think what we always say about cruising, and obviously I was just giving you a perfect example, is when we cruised the Caribbean several years ago, it gave us the perfect opportunity to visit a lot of areas, and a lot of those areas we said, no, that's not really for us. And some of the places like, oh yeah, well, I'd definitely like to come back here. And that's the same even with like the river cruising we just done. We went to places, some we'd heard of, some we'd never heard of, and it was like, oh, I definitely spend a long weekend here, you know, like a city break or something. But you wouldn't even have dreamt, like we went to Bratislava on a river cruise. I wouldn't have dreamt in a million years that I'd want to go to Bratislava, but we went there and we thought, this is fab. So it's the cruising is the best of both worlds, because you get to do a taster.
Yeah.
And then if you want to come back, or like Carole said, cruise and stay, I think is
perfect combination.
Is winner,
and then
winner,
if you do the beach thing afterwards, it's total chill out before you fly home. We wish we'd done that when we did the electric sunsets. I don't know if anyone's on here has done the Morella electric sunsets. It was basically a 3-day party when Paul was Britney Spears, and we were just so shattered, weren't we?
Yeah. We chose poorly.
We did. We should have gone to a hotel for 3 days just to chill out before flying home. That would have been perfect. So the people are chatting just about ambiance, which is the ambassador in there. Christopher's asking, Island cruise like you either love or hate, and why? I don't think we hate anything. I think there's ones that we would choose maybe not to cruise on as often. I know for you, you're bound to say Virgin, aren't you?
I just feel that Christopher's trying to get Paulie Morbid into a rant. I just think Virgin is so overrated. And I think the fact that every time you see a Virgin cruise advertises 40% off, is 50% off, will give you a gold bar if you come on. But then you look at some of the stuff that Virgin Cruises are doing, and they're doing exactly the same now.
They're not mixed up at all.
When we went on, it must have been at least 2 years ago that we went on our first Virgin cruise. And it was just I bet
was it in between the two lockdowns, was it?
I bet it was 2 years ago. And they're, by stuff I've been seeing on Facebook and YouTube, they're doing the same entertainment, the same food, everything's the same. The ship's the same. They're building a new ship, that's the same. And it's just like, it's almost like they're not interested in getting repeat business. Because we did,
but people are going back.
Well,
some people really like it.
Yeah, some people do. But like you said, the fact that they're like giving stuff away. I mean, when it first came out, I mean, I do feel a little bit sorry for them, because when it first came out, obviously that was when the pandemic hit, and that's why it ended up coming over to Britain. But it was about 300, like a minimum of £300 a night to do a cruise out of Miami or something, and that didn't include your flights. So for two of you, it's £3,000 for 5 nights with no drinks, and the drinks on there make Cunard look like little when it comes to value for money. Their drinks are like monstrously expensive, just ridiculously expensive. All and everything's the same. So all the ships are the same. So it doesn't matter what one you go on. If somebody blindfolded you, put you in the middle of the ship, said, have a walk around now, what ship you on, you wouldn't be able to tell them. Apparently there's a couple of things they've changed, like they had a watch shop on one and they changed it to a makeup shop. But entertainment's the same, restaurants the same, expensive drinks are the same. So Carole likes Virgin.
I did enjoy the experience, because I like that I really respected them trying to push the boundaries and try to do different. You're quite a curmudgeon when it comes to change and stuff, and you didn't embrace it.
No,
but
it's not change.
But anyway,
it's just change for change sake. Because like you said, when you go on with the one deck and there's a boxing ring,
people like to box and
keep fit. I mean, every time we went up there, I mean, Marvin Agler was up there having a spar with somebody.
Anyway,
nobody ever. I waste of time.
Yes, Paul, Virgin for him.
Carl said to me today, "What do you think you'll have a rant about?" I said, "I don't know. It'll just come to me." So, cheers, Christopher.
Virgin. We've got a lot of Virgin information on our website. So, we've got 2 vlog series, and we've got all about the drinks prices and stuff. So, just Paul and Carol love to travel and search on our website Virgin. Love, we've thoroughly enjoyed all our Cunard experiences recently, haven't we, over the last, since post-pandemic, and we do enjoy a Morella cruise. We love Celebrity Beyond, so there's lots, isn't there? Lots and lots.
It's easier to pick one I don't like than one that I do like, to be fair, but
because the rest you've liked, haven't you? There's been
I thought Celebrity Beyond this year, bearing in mind
it wowed us in so many ways, didn't it?
Our cabin had, obviously we had some very controversial views on our cabin, but the ship itself was absolutely amazing. Entertainment, food.
It was probably one of our favourite, and the itinerary we loved too.
Great itinerary. Wasn't cheap, but
it was worth every penny.
It was from the cabin. That's my standout cruise of the last 2 or 3 years. Easily.
Just looking, someone said about thumbs up. If you are enjoying our live, give us a thumbs up, because YouTube likes that, so that'll be great. Julie is saying it's early morning in Queensland, Australia, so hi there. Yes, morning. Ken's just saying that we're back on QM2, so we bought the drinks package. Do you have any special cocktail? Cunard do amazing Bloody Marys, and they have about 6 different ones on their menu, don't they? With gin and all sorts in, which is very bizarre.
And
their Queen's Gin, sorry, they do some fantastic gin cocktails.
They do
amazing.
They do a cocktail called the Perfect Serve.
Yes.
And they do 3 different ones because there's 3 different Cunard gins.
Yeah.
There's Queen Mary, Queen Victoria, Queen Elizabeth. So each of these cocktails, depending on which gin you have, so you say, I'll have a Perfect Serve, please, with Queen Victoria. And then that cocktail will be different because they'll put different stuff in it as well as the different
might have elderberries. But
they were very nice, but they were about £14 a throw.
They were, but we had the big ones. Were massive, you could get smaller ones.
Yeah, they were like drinking out of a bucket.
So yeah. So so when are you back on there? Is that for a shorty? Is it another? Because Queen Mary 2 is a special ship. It's a very different ship. It's just unique. Well, it's the only ocean liner in the world, isn't it? Paul's asking how your packing concerns since you're going for 3 weeks.
No concerns at all from me.
I was initially, and then I realised, not for Paul.
I'm just the one who has to carry the suitcase down the stairs and I nearly drop and then I realised because we've got a Veranda Plus, we get a bag full of laundry per week. I don't know how big the bag is, so but no, we thought we're going to just pack as if we're going to pack normally for a week, sort of 10-day cruise. As Amara, even though they're a little bit more high end, actually the dress code is more casual, which is weird, isn't it? With the more luxurious lines, they tend to get casual. So we're not taking any sparkly dresses, tuxedos. We're just going to take, obviously, our very smart. I'll still take my dresses, but not my sort of, bally dresses. All I'm taking is my Britney Spears outfit and a Borat thong.
Oh, Lordy.
In case they have
we'll be kicked off for the first day then. So, yeah. So no, we're not. I know I've got my head around it. I'm thinking we can just do some, and even if we have to send it to the laundry, it doesn't matter, does it? We can wash our little bits and bobs out in the cabin, so that's fine. We always pack some pegs and string, actually, don't we? So that we can just, if it's a day in port and the sun's on the balcony, we can just pop some little bit of washing out on the balcony. So that's always handy to do, isn't it? Paul's asking, have you tried Potter's Holiday Resort in Norfolk? It's all inclusive, great entertainment. Oh no, not heard of that.
Oh,
have you heard of that?
Karen's going to be horrified now because I have heard of it.
I'll write that down.
And I have heard that it's very good, but the trouble is for Norfolk's a long, long way for us. And the old man don't like having to drive down to Southampton. We said, I'm not looking forward to this, my boy, because it's about an hour and a half. So, but
do they have any around the country, or is that just one?
But we're not ruling anything out. Hopefully he'll enjoy this, because if he does, there's another one at the same place at the end of January on his birthday, which we want to get him in for. But,
and it's a Rat Pack weekend, so it's just music from his era. So
Sean's saying he's been to
and Sean's saying he's been to Warner in Cinnawarren. Where's that? Do you know where that is?
Well, I think because I had
Scotland somewhere.
No, I had my paperwork through, and it's not just tribute acts. They also have like the genuine article, and I know that what's her face, who was what's her name, Cilla Black, who played Cilla Black.
Oh,
Sheridan Smith.
Yes,
she's
there's some very
she's
famous people there, don't
3 or 4.
they?
So they do like Westlife or people at Westlife and all that sort of stuff. So they do have and frustratingly we go on the 2nd of December for 3 nights. And then there's a midweek break after that, and I looked at the entertainment for the midweek break, and part of the entertainment is Emily Haig, who we met on our Saga cruise, and we've been in touch with her ever since. She's wonderful. She's an operatic singer, and she's absolutely spectacular. Going briefly back to football, when England played Germany about a month or so ago, it was on a Monday night, and Emily not only sang the English national anthem, she also sang the German national anthem, because that's how talented she is. So and
she's performing there when we leave the day she gets there. So we need to ask her when she's there again, which your dad would love to see her again, because she was amazing. Carole's asking, are we doing a review at Warner? We hadn't planned to, but actually, but we will be doing a live when we come back. So but
we'll definitely be telling you about it in some form or another. We haven't thought about it, but maybe we need to
do that. just to, yeah. Do you know,
these carols, they have some good ideas.
They do.
Don't they? Yeah.
It's a surprising. As soon as we mentioned Warner's with friends, oh yeah, we go to them, and it's just, if it works for your dad, it'll be brilliant, won't it? So, Linda's was saying on her Dreamliner, the whole entertainment system, like, and USB charger, not working. Oh, well, at least you got home safe.
Oh, to be 59.
Borrow more to know to be 59 again. Oh, dear. And Dotson, I think we may be on QM2 together. That would be fab. Well, we're in August. I think it's August the 18th, isn't it? We get on in New York to sail back.
Yes. So it'll be my birthday on the 20th. So I'll see you at the bar, Dot.
Charlie's asking when we're going back to doing our Premier Inn reviews. Charlie, we're not sure, because we've done quite a few, and most of the rooms are similar. And we've stayed in a new one, didn't we, near Brighton, but not planning to do any more at the moment. But our hotel reviews actually do go down well, so maybe we got so much to edit.
That's the only problem. Is like when you go
in,
it's almost like going on a Virgin cruise ship. When you walk into a Premier Inn room, they're just like a carbon copy of everyone we've been in recently. So it's like, I expected that dual reality would be on, and then and I just thought it was absolutely hilarious that Virgin won the best food at sea, and we went to the test kitchen.
Some of that food was good.
What was the pièce de résistance in the test kitchen? You lifted this cloche, I'm going to say, is that the right word?
I think it might be called
and there was that. Just picture the scene. You got this glass cloche is filled with smoke. You lift it, the smoke disperses. What's on your plate? About 20 cold peas and a snotty fried egg that hadn't been cooked.
Well, it was only the yolk. It wasn't even fried. It was just the yolk.
Vile. And they won the best food at sea.
Anyway, Paul was saying, hope you might be there in April. I celebrate my 60th. So happy we get 24 hours a day. Yes, you do. So now more cocktails. Oh, well, what a great way to celebrate your 60th, Paul. That'll be brilliant. Jeanette's just saying, hi guys, I watched all your videos, I think you're fab. Thanks for all the tips that I'll put to good use. I'm on Iona this Saturday. Shame you're both not on there. Would have been you're a wonderful couple. Oh, thank you. We're on Iona in February. So we're looking forward to going back on and seeing what it is. Natalie Green. Nat's our niece who we were talking about when we came back from Virgin. And he's saying, I have my feet and I'll dribbled on you all the way home.
Oh yeah, of course I forgot about that. Yeah, he was led all over me, wasn't he? God, it was like sleeping next to a bloody grizzly bear. It was,
and that was all snuggled up nicely.
Yeah, with a blanket.
Oh dear. Cromwell's flying on Virgin to India for Christmas. Yeah, great choice. Virgin are good. Yeah, definitely would. And Regina Man, hoping for something special. I'm not sure if we can afford, so we'll live through you. Yeah, they're not the cheapest. However, they are getting more.
Well, Emma got a real good deal.
She did, yeah.
I don't know if it
deals.
I don't know if it included flights, but I know she said because Emma's got this sort of £100 a day threshold, so she was on for less than £100 a day. So it was all about itinerary and lateness of it.
It's luck of the draw, isn't it? And we're lucky with obviously we use Dan the Cruiser. You need a good travel agent that's on it all the time and just watching things all the time because we're all busy with the life and stuff, aren't we? So we don't have that time. So get yourself a good travel agent who will watch things. And if you've got something specific, it may take you a while to get there, but they'll get you the deal that will suit you. But so you never know. So
get yourself a good travel agent like Dan the Cruiser. Details in the link below. Is it?
It is in the description.
Usually when I said it's not in there.
So we've got Frank and Jen. Do you drink tea? I've been drinking PG Tiff for years. Do you know we do like when we travel with our breakfast, we always have a pot of tea. But at home we drink coffee. We rarely drink tea.
But not like American, we drink
instant coffee.
Instant coffee.
Which a lot of people turn their nose up at, but we like Nescafe Rapport, isn't it? Is it Nescafe?
We haven't had Rapport for a long time, mate, because they stopped making it, I think. We drink some, I don't know.
Anyway, but no, so when we're away we drink tea, but when we're at home we tend to drink coffee. So yeah, but PG Tips, that's a good choice. Very good choice.
Monkeys used to advertise that.
Yeah, the adverts, the old adverts. I wonder what you want about then.
That's a tenuous
It
link,
was.
isn't it? Yeah.
We're going to the Caribbean on Britannia next month. Can you give us one must do and one beware when there's the islands? I think it depends on your itinerary, but always be security conscious in the Caribbean, because the cruise ports are, when you get off, there's a lot of people there that know that people are getting off and are on holiday mode. So just be very, very security conscious. Don't keep things in your back pockets. I would. It depends on the ports you're going to.
My must do, and Carole will be shocked for this. You've got to find, now if you go out on if you do get, usually when you go out into the port, there's taxi drivers everywhere, and they're not necessarily going to have you over, but just make sure, tell them where you want to go, negotiate a price before you get in the car, and then when you're on your way back, say to them, well, look, do you know where I can get some proper authentic jerk chicken? And we did that when we were in, was that Jamaica?
It was in Jamaica.
And he took us to this place where all the locals go, and it was spectacular.
Yeah, the food was good.
But obviously everything revolves around food for me.
Yeah.
But
I would say just find a lovely beach and just soak up that Caribbean Sea. And yeah.
So beach.
Yeah.
Chicken.
Food. Tripping with the Heartless here. Oh, nice to see you guys. Late to the party as usual. Yeah. No worries. This is what life's about. Just dip in and out, and it's just great that you join us. And Nina saying yes, that would be awesome. We've got Sydney for the fireworks. Yes, we've seen it on the telly, haven't we? So many times, so we can't wait to be there. Amanda's asking if you missed. We're with Azamara. So Julie's saying that she enjoys tea made from tea leaves. Do you rate an afternoon tea served with a tea bag? You might expect Seabourn have spectacular afternoon tea. Yeah, we've not tried Seabourn. Cunard was, in the Queen, everyone raves on about the afternoon tea in the Queen's room. It was nice. And it was great, the grandeur of having all the guys in the white uniforms coming out. But then it was all served off trays. And I really like a cake stand and an individual one, which P&O did very well, didn't they?
No, I'll tell you, we had one with, and it was absolutely superb, was Fred Olsen.
Yes.
We had one on Fred Olsen, and it wasn't an additional cost, but it was like it was like $4.99 or $6.99.
Yeah, it was cheap.
But
yeah,
it was absolutely amazing. Proper silver service. It was great. And Scott wants to know if I'm wearing a bed sheet. Is that what a bed sheet looks like?
Bed sheet. Oh well, we haven't got sheets like that.
Sorry, can you see into our bedroom?
Trippin said I cannot wait to get to cruising soon, but I think yeah, we're so looking forward to doing our first transatlantic. We love days at sea. Days at sea to us are just total chilling and exploring the ship and go into the sort of enrichment things. And some people find them boring, don't they? They like to be on land, but I love a sea day. I just love it. Well, you do too, don't you? Because you just like sleeping. Reggie and myself, you both never change. Keeps no plans to be any different. So
I'll never stop moaning and ranting.
So, and we got Ray and Joe. We love you all first time live. Good morning from New Zealand.
Morning.
Lovely. So thanks for joining. Ken's saying again, from Bristol, we probably try, because they're not too far away. And
like Yeovil way in there or something.
Oh no, it's gone out. Bridgewater. That's it. Yeah, so we'll have to coordinate dates, Ken. That'll be fun. Ken's naughty though, keeps you up all night, doesn't he?
He's a very bad influence. He says it's me, but it's not me. You watch his videos when I'm not even there. There's that last one we watched. God Almighty, there was some drunkenness on there, wasn't there? Carole trying to be subtle.
Good morning from Sydney. Just waiting to just about the Majestic Princess. Oh, brilliant. Hope you've had a fabulous time. Your Asmara trip will be amazing. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. The itinerary is it's like, OMG. So, Jerry, say hi, Jerry. Sorry we're late. No problem at all. And Rayleigh Creatives, hello from the Carnival celebration. Oh, but that's fun. Were you on for the transatlantic then? Because that's just got to the Caribbean, I believe. Or was that a few days ago? So I know Sana was on there. But that looks a fun ship. Carnival looked fun. We're on the Carnival celebration in March, aren't we? We're looking forward to our first Carnival experience. So, and Reggie says that her husband loves EastEnders, at least the older episodes. You watch the news? Oh, you're watching the YouTube in the US?
Get her out of my pub.
Oh, she passed away now, it's your Barbara Windsor.
Yeah, but, oh yeah, she did say that.
Yeah, she did. Frank and will be on Raw Caribbean Vision this season, December the 5th, on 11 nights Southern Caribbean, Costa Rica, Colombia, Panama, Aruba. Oh, that's a good itinerary.
ABC.
We're doing the ABC when we go in March, but Costa Rica, Colombia, and Panama. So I guess that's a partial transit you're doing, and not a full transit of the Panama. But that is exciting. That's another area, isn't it? We want to. Tina's asking how many weeks in Florida? 6, 8, or 10? Woo! Working on it.
We're probably not even talking weeks anymore, are we? Let's face it.
No.
It started off 3 to 4 weeks, then it was 6 weeks. Now it could even be the rest of my life. I don't know. I know. I could never tell. Every morning
we
she
will
gets
see.
different.
I'm sure. But Dan will come up with a plan that will be amazing.
Yeah, but you don't just want to stay there for too long because you won't earn any money out of us because you book a cruise to him every 4 hours.
So we're going to QM2 September 3. That's not how. Any chance you two will be on it? We'd love to meet you. Probably not, because we'll have been on the Queen Mary coming back from New York in August.
Yes.
So we may well be getting off. I can't remember what time. We'll
be getting off about the
24th-ish.
25th.
Yeah, we'll get back to Southampton. So sadly not.
And I'm away August bank holiday race, and I'm just getting that out there live on air now. So if Carole says I don't remember that, I'll say, well, watch our live from the 24th of November, and you'll see me announce it on there live.
Okay. Lena says she can't wait either. Yeah, Australia has been a year behind. There's still been a few blips, isn't there? So I'm salivating right now, watching everyone's video. Yeah, but it looks like it's all starting. There's always going to be difficulties, isn't there, with testing and stuff. But hopefully that'll all settle down like it has in this part of the world. Tony's saying they're flying to Singapore for Celebrity Cruise to Mumbai. And, interesting. We're out of our comfort zones. So, yeah, that's a very different cruise, but a great way to see. That's the thing with cruising, is you can go to these places that you don't want to invest sort of weeks or that amount of money in.
Well, it's almost
and
like
you can
somebody
have some
said
taste
that.
it.
It's like
Yes,
somebody said
maybe you did.
earlier in this broadcast.
So Daniel saying, lovely channel, can you get any conversation for missing support? I think what he's meaning to say is compensation. There are certain insurance companies that do miss ports. So just check your insurance company.
And what Carole means to say is there is certain insurance companies that will cover you for missports.
What did I say?
You said that would do missports.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, so it's a bit different. But yeah, check your cover when you take it out. It will be a little bit more expensive, but you can get sort of quite reasonable payouts, I've been led to believe.
You can, depending on your insurance. So it's a smart move to have a look at your insurance. We've been with our bank for a long time, and we've just been looking at ours, haven't we? But we've got such a good deal with our bank and everything that's included around it that it's not.
We're going to do the missport insurance for when we do the transatlantic.
Dave McGee's here. Hi, Dave. So can't wait for someone to say, yeah, Merrick's with us coming Monday. Lovely, yeah. It's just depressing, the weather in Britain, isn't it, this time of year? December the 10th, Ken's going for 5 days. Lovely. Virtual Gardener saying multiple Bloody Mary. There is, honestly, the Bloody Marys on Cunard are immense, aren't they? They are. I think they're probably one of my favourites. I don't know who else does it better.
Nobody does it better.
You don't want to know any football scores, do you?
It's no at half time.
Oh, okay.
I kind of no flies on me, mate. As soon as I seen a score come up, I was all over that.
Sean says Cinnamon in Sussex. So that's good to know. And Ken's saying that he'd been to home racing and his dad has enjoyed it. So that's brilliant, yeah. So, it's Haylen Island. Ah, right.
I don't know where that is.
West Sussex.
I don't know where that is.
Paul's geographies. I'll get the map out afterwards and I'll show you. So we know we were Brighton way. It's that way.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So, well, that area. Did I hit you then? No. So let's see. I can't believe it's we've gone over. It's 8 o'clock
it's 8:05, I
already.
know.
Let's see if we've got any other questions. Christine saying that Potters have also in Essex, but that's like going to Tilbury. Yeah, so that's
Reggie and her man didn't have a good Premier Inn experience.
Really? Cumberland Place, drinking bar. Oh, I hate that. And when you get a glass and there's lipstick on it, no compensation. Oh, that's well, from our Premier Inn experience, we've had some good ones. We've had some dodgy travel lodges, haven't we, in the past? But we haven't stayed there for a long time. And Sheila's saying about the Premier Inn in Wales last night. Really? Well, maybe we've just been very lucky then.
Do you know what else happened in Wales?
Hot Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz was filmed in Wales. One of my favourite. Yeah, I should have thrown that out to you, Nat. What film was filmed in Wales?
Yes, that's one of our favourite films. Our go-to films, isn't it? Hot Fuzz. Yeah, Ken's of the Cruise Monkeys doing a group cruise, and we're gutted because we can't go because it's the same dates as my sister's 60th Las Vegas trip. That will be fun. That will be a lot of fun on the MSC Virtuosa. And Reggie saying, thanks for these lives, like we're visiting with you at the end of the day. Appreciate your time. Oh, thank you. That's lovely to hear, isn't it? Sheila said she's getting £200 for 2 missed ports on a recent Sky. Yeah, so it's very worth looking into. Sue's doing Virgin, taking on to Ruby 50 with upgrade to Premium. New York, have you done New York? You two are great. No, but we are in August. Well, I used to actually, when I worked for Celebrity. I used to go to New York every Saturday.
Is that the time?
Anyway,
yes,
we have been over an hour. I'm just gonna
I would just want to say this, if I can get this out. Bob Matter in Innocents Abroad, he put who's done the most cruises and
most nights at sea.
The king of not the most nights at sea, most cruises, and the king of the cruise bloggers, Mr. Gary Bembridge, said I've done 98, and Bob said, well, I think you're the winner, but she's the winner because she's done about 150 cruises, but only about 40 of them was for pleasure, and the rest she was working.
Yeah, well, I worked for 2 8-month contracts, didn't I? So I don't know how many.
Where apparently she went out in New York every
Saturday.
You know, she's never mentioned that before tonight. I didn't know that.
So tripping out. Yes, if you could give us a thumbs up, click on that button for us. That'll be. Oh, excuse me. That'll be lovely. Just to show that you like it and show YouTube that you like our lives. And one last question we're going to answer this is: do you think you'll do the Electric Suns again with Morella? Yes, if the dates fit. But we'll be doing the Morella sunsets and a 3-night hotel afterwards.
It's all down to what vintage it is.
Well, yes, that's a good point. But it was such
I spent
good
a
fun.
lot of money on that Britney Spears outfit, so that's going to be like.
You didn't. So thanks ever so much for joining. Sean's saying great live. Well, thank you all, and you, Sean, for being here. It's always great to chat to you all. We're back to Thursday again next week. Because and then the following week we'll have to work it because we're off to the airport, aren't we, on Thursday? So maybe it'll be the Wednesday, but we'll let you know. So yes, thanks again to everyone for being here, and we will speak to you very soon.
Cheers all.
Cheers.
Bye bye.